Hey guys, sorry we're running a little bit late. We're doing something a little bit different today. So we're actually filming, and something very different today. I got Pete with me. We're gonna have a little talk. I've been promising interviews on this. We're promising interviews for a while now, so we're gonna have some fun with this. And where did my baffle go? I'll find it later. All right. So come on over. What's up? What's up?
This is actually in the shop.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No problem. We're just gonna fix that down there. Perfect. It's good.
Are you
Hey.
live? Are you live?
I am live. So we're actually shooting right now, Pete. Come on over. Hey.
It's all in the shop.
There you go.
It's my microphone.
That's your microphone.
Is it technologically perfect?
It's actually, that one's probably the most technologically perfect one I've got.
Because it's got a little real life clip to it.
Yes, it does. Actually, so does mine.
So I should have put on my head like this.
Yeah, you want to put it on your head.
Is that work?
Yeah, as long as it sounds good.
We'll see. Which one I said was just technologically perfect as his microphone.
I think it's a lot of people.
I look like a rapper.
Hey,
We're gonna do this on a rapping song. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it's just disturbing.
Get down with the sickness.
Yeah. All right. So hi.
Hey.
This is a little impromptu. I've been wanting to do this for a while for you guys, for myself too, because I really don't know what this mad crazy dude is doing. For those of you who don't know, Rich will be turning version 4.5 in about a week's time.
28.
Right, version 4. So we're gonna have to literally plug him in and do the update on his biological organism, technological body. So we do that every time it's his birthday, and like
firmware upgrades.
Yeah, like anything else, we're always afraid of what's gonna come out on the other end, because like anytime you plug in your phone, you don't know what icons might move around, things like that. So we don't know what version we're gonna get. So technically, let's enjoy the version we have right now, because in about a week's time, maybe less, 4.5 is going to come out. So I just wanted to capture version 4.4 while it still existed, to be honest with you.
4.4.
So one of the things about technologically not perfect, it's Rich. Rich has quite a history of being with technology for a long time, and some of the funniest stories he has, and I don't know if he's really shared that much, is when people bring their technology. He used to work at the iPhone, iPod, what's it called?
Apple. The Apple Store.
The Hospital. The Hospital? The Hospital, is that a good name for it?
By the way, for those of you seeing this is the mess that's behind the studio. Like, this is the production center that you guys never see.
Yeah, we can turn that off.
It's okay.
You ever notice at the Hospital how people come in? They always come in in a rush sometimes. They come in. How many times did they come in holding the phone like it was in a small casket or a blanket? Right?
So
I need help. And he was the guy that was there to kind of help it. And he's got tremendous stories, and he's kind of seen the evolution. So what I wanted to discuss a little bit today was how his evolution. How did your evolution, like 4.4 getting to 4.5, how did it lead you to 30 odd days ago, say, damn it, I've had enough. I'm gonna get on every day and bother some people, right? And bother some people, not once, not twice, but repeatedly. Damn it, for 100 straight days. I'm gonna work around the dial, right? It might be 6:45, might be 7:50. I don't know, but whenever you turn on your iPhone, I'm gonna be there. Technologically not perfect. Technologically not I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Right. So I was a little stunned, and I'm like. What led to the awakening for you to realize that maybe there was a transitional gap taking place between us?
So, okay, that's kind of two questions. The thing that kind of spurred me on to start this whole thing, I'm into psychology more than anything else. Like, yes, I like technology, but psychology is my big thing. And
it seems ology is a big thing.
Oh yeah, ology.
Pathology, psychology, neurology, right? Ology is it should be a beverage. Can we make it?
Ology beverage? I like that. Why
right?
not?
Ology ale.
Why not?
Right. So yeah.
But, actually, okay. So if I rewind way back in terms of being interested in everything, I got some really good advice from my grandfather, my mother's father, Arthur Gould, and
Arthur Gould.
Arthur Gould.
Take away the D, and he still lives in the cloud.
Yeah, well, sure enough. But ours are cool. And we were at the Marché de l'Ouest one day, and we were at the butcher shop, and he was talking to the butcher, and like he was an old friend. And I asked, I said, "How long have you known him?" He goes, "Not that long. A couple of weeks. He's pretty new." I was like, "And you're talking to him like that?" And he goes, "Well."
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
You want to show them the cat that's been alive for 162 years now? Because that's not a real cat, by the way. Richard created it. It's a Technicat.
Actually,
it's in the category of Technicategories. Right?
Actually, these from a standpoint, the cats are remarkable in terms of their physiology.
They really are. But let's go back to the market.
So we're at the market. We're at the butcher shop, and he asks me, he said to me, the one piece of advice that I really like. A lot of my life is based on this advice, and it's never miss an opportunity to learn something because there's nothing that won't serve you in life. And at the time, I was like, okay, and to be honest, at the time, I took it as, okay, study hard in school. And no, he meant learn everything from everyone you possibly can and all of that. And really, I did. I took it to heart. I've done sailing courses. I've done. I'm into pretty much any. I love to learn.
I can attest to that literally because we're roommates and friends and we all do various projects together, and I can attest to the fact that he's learned a lot. And what he's learned is that he knows nothing at all.
Well,
unless it's called upon. At which point, he takes on an app. Because all your learning applications were literally apps, right?
Oh,
Your experience is that you just dig in.
Yeah.
Well, I said, Richard, do you know how to tie a knot? A nautical knot or a tie knot? I don't know, Richard. Well, I've got that for each if you want to know, Governor. And it's kind of
well, that too, yeah.
Right? So if we look at it, going back to the first technology kind of discussions we had, where what is it but an applied skill?
Right.
Correct?
Well, and it's come to me. I mean, yes, it's totally just about the skill and how we apply it, right? And how we apply our trade. And then of course it became known as the tools which we use to apply our trade.
Well, that's why the names, if you look at it, application.
Yeah.
How to apply the app. So people don't realize how the words that are used. You'll think it's one-dimensional. That anything that's technology related. Oh no, that's not for me. And they forget how much throughout their day, 90% of their interactivity within work, friends, communication, radios, anything is technology related. But like anything else, when they become used to it, right, they don't think that they've mastered it anymore. And I like the fact that you said technology is not perfect.
Yeah.
Because, right, we tend to think as technology being perfect, and we're not. And for God's sake, it's not true at all.
Yeah, no.
I call my phone, where are you? It doesn't respond. I call you, you fucking answer. You answer in a heartbeat, right? No, who's smarter? That's a smartphone. It doesn't say nothing. You ever notice I'm typing, I want to say love, it says, Lord, thy mighty beauty. Where are you going from? What's the predictive text? I've never used that.
Live, live? What are you
Right.
correcting?
I've never said duck, Richard.
No.
Ever want.
It's never.
Dear
ever correct.
Yeah.
It's never done.
Yeah, and let me tell you,
ducking.
when I get angry, can't isn't a word I want to use. I'm just saying it's not. So that's why it's funny, and I love the fact that you're, from my eyes anyway, that you're trying to bring attention to this, and how many people, in my experience working with the public, tend to look at technology and say, oh, this is beyond my capabilities. I'll tell you what, there was a time when I remember email was beyond a lot of people's capabilities.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
What do you mean I have to enter my name? Where?
Right.
Like there's, well, what? And then I got to choose one? And what's this Hotmail that people talk about?
Yeah, right.
Right? I want to go cold mail.
Well, actually, I remember using Excite.
Excite. Was that Netscape?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Excite.
Those were the days,
Those
right?
were the days.
To get my email, I had to dial up to get it.
By the way, for those of you millennials not who are watching, I'm really going to date myself. I was on ICQ, and I had a number that was 8 digits.
I seek you?
Yeah, I seek.
I seek you.
Yeah.
I seek you. Ha ha.
Right.
Those were the days.
Oh, we were all very.
Were you not also on the first, shall we say, social media platform named?
Oh, dude, I was on BBSs.
Oh,
BBSs. I mean, if you guys watch TikTok, you'll see that there's this like one thing that's been going around, like the one sound that separates the generations, and you hear the modem connecting, and the new generation's like,
But you know
we
what's-
all laughed.
But you know what's funny,
Remember.
Richard? As far back as I can remember, what was the other one called, the more popular one before Facebook, the social media?
MySpace.
MySpace. Okay, now MySpace was horrible
Oh,
because you could put rainbows and that. But I gotta be honest with you, not much has changed when it comes to. You ever take a picture on your iPhone and it says, "Here's some options, you can doctor it up." I'm like, dude, you stole those from MySpace. The rain, the little thing. Not much has changed. I'll tell you what they have changed: the price. That's changed, Richard.
That has.
A lot.
Very true.
A lot.
Yep.
I'd like to discuss how price keeps going up, yet technology still gives me rainbows. I'm pooping rainbows, dude, and shoving out freaking.
Oh, wait.
I'm shoving out Benjamins. I'm shoving out Benjamins and making it rain. What is that all about?
But you know the thing that's crazy is that look, nowadays it's not just hey I give you rainbows. It's open your mouth and we'll make a rainbow fall out of your mouth, or we'll make it fall out of your eyes, or we'll.
Well, somebody, I don't know if you guys know, but you should check out Richard on TikTok as well because.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, you should because
Goodness.
what Richard is doing now is on that platform is kind of playing around and saying, how did this girl get her eyeballs to do this and this in her nose? And because TikTok has taken technology, it's really, I'm afraid of TikTok a little bit because it's given me more than rainbows and mouse ears. Snapchat, they're all the same. TikTok is taking it to another level. I tune into his account, there's a split screen all of a sudden. I'm like, where the hell are you? How could you be in both places at the same time? How does this work? He goes, it's a button. Show me this magical button, right? There are advances being made, and I'm glad TikTok's around because a lot of people starting to get, it's ridiculous. Stop doing it, please, the mouse ears. That's it. It's enough.
Actually,
right?
You know what I've noticed about TikTok that I really like? It's such a dynamic platform. There's so much movement. I'm on Instagram too for other things. And I've got to say that, like TikTok, there's a great vibrancy, there's a great community. And by the way, Blue Light Darkness and all of you other creatives out there, that you guys are awesome. Seriously, like my hat's off to you because AJ and Haley and all of you.
You know why? Because when they commit every day or every second day to pop out content that's going to be relative, creative, and really induce what they're trying to get, which is a laughter from somebody that's got milliseconds, really, if I like it or not. It's a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But again, I wanted to tie it into kind of what you're doing, which is not easy as well. To go on every day. We interrupt this program to bring you something else today, right?
Yeah.
So to pick the locations and to give us a little bit of history on the locations and why you're there, and tackle certain topics, and sometimes in the rain, sometimes in the rain, sometimes in a lane. Who's Elaine? Seinfeld. Okay, well, okay. So let's get right. But the thing is that
I maybe do it in a box. I will not do it with a fox.
do it until it rocks. Make it Benjamin. Okay, I can't rap because there's two white guys rapping. It's hard. But what I wanted to kind of, and again, it has nothing like a lot of. So just to say, a lot of this stuff that Rich is doing isn't about him. His brand is about him, and boy, is he a brand. He's brand spanking new next week. I got to tell you, versus 4.5, right? It's like Santa Claus. He goes out New Year, the New Year. This like what happens every year. So we get reborn. We got to learn. And the funny thing is that back in the day,
Back in the day.
back in the day, researchers. So yeah, back in the day, we didn't have the ability to do. We had a lot of friends that were comical, genius, and smart, and this and that and the other, and they were reference points. Remember? Who scored the goal in '76? Called Mike. He knows everything about hockey. Now Mike is useless because Google took his place. Google killed the guy who knew everything, right? That doesn't apply. So what have we become? How relevant can we be in each other's conversations when we know something you might not, but I'll question whether you know it correctly because I'll refer to Google? Well, technology is a very funny thing.
Well, and here's the thing: it's knowing where technology ends and humanity really it's knowing where humanity can use the help and using it well. It's a tool. I almost brought this up. Tool.
Well, yeah, just said they refer to Google,
yeah,
right, as opposed to now. And here's the thing: when your father said there's something to learn, your grandfather,
yeah,
and I want to go back because it's still where we started.
Yeah.
Nothing can learn better than through conversation. For example, I learned many people I know are idiots. I had not had the privilege of conversing with them, right? In a manner where we could discuss something and they had an opinion other than spewing out the narrative. If I wanted the narrative, I'd go to Google. Correct? That's what Google is. A freaking narrative. You ever see Siri, I'm going to mention your name, but don't talk for once. Just keep your trap, right? Hey Siri, can you get me the information? What does Siri do? She pulls out 5 Google articles. Yeah. The narrative. Right. Does she have an opinion of her own? No. No. She's a huntress. She's like a dog. Actually, can you fetch me a beer? That's Siri for you, right?
Fetch.
Fetch her. Fetch her. Fetch the information. Fetch. Okay? Yeah. And then we kvetch it by discussing it. And then we retch it out, not even knowing what it is. But all I'm trying to say here is that never miss an opportunity to learn something. So today was an interesting thing for all of us to learn something new about you. But more importantly about us. Because it's one thing, now the reason, because I think I represent us more than him. He's a technological mark. I mean, I see him plugged in, his microchip. You know, I don't have one. I don't. I've chipped it. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, I just have the cool headphones and the
I have my wisdom teeth, though, Rich. I do have my wisdom teeth, and I do receive messages sometimes. I never let those bastard dentists steal them. They put them in a jar, you know, all of them collectively. Yeah, so yeah. They hum and they call it. Let's rewind. So never miss an opportunity to learn. And to say, we're learning the fact that when you speak about technology, right? Like the other episode, I was stunned because I told Richard, I said, Rich, when my phone gets in water, I knew about the rice principle. But goddamn, I didn't know if I should cook it or not. Sorry. I didn't know if I should cook it or not. And then when the thought process came in, or should I cook it, I reached for my phone and it was dead. And I'm like, I'm doomed. I don't know enough to save this. Right? Is it too late to take it to the hospital? Is it really too late to do any of those things? I don't know. And yet this guy comes out of like just like a, well, you know, you should just go pick up a couple of terracottas. And put your phone in there like a terracotta sandwich that you're going to enjoy. Let it sit there for about 10 minutes. It'll draw out all the H275.34 particles of moisture that need to be, so your chips and everything go, I don't know that. Who knows that? But you know, how did you learn it? I'm sure your grandfather told you. God bless his soul.
I learned along the way.
Right. You learn along the way. And really, this is that you've taught me. And this is what you keep saying. And it's funny because I'm guilty of it too. You just remind us. Every time I say I don't know something, it's funny that I've learned all about it along the way. Yeah. We never stop to think, and it's one of the reasons I believe Rich is doing what he's doing. By doing so every day, it's almost like by turning on your technology, you're turning on him to remind you to say, hey, did you know what you just did here right now? Which I think is really cool, because there's a live human being there. Mm-hmm. And when was the last time we had a conversation or even listened, like your grandfather said, that we're going to learn something new? Right?
It's a skill. It's an active listening skill.
And that's where it comes to you. So if we can learn anything from today, is that his grandfather, Mr. Gold, at the Atwater Meat Market,
or the Marché de l'Ouest,
taught him a lesson that still applies to this very day, this very second. Every time you see Richard pop onto your screen, right, give him a few minutes, because you just might learn something new. I'm going to wrap it up here today, and we'll discuss it even. Maybe we'll do one more episode before it's 4.5, but I thought today was relevant on that. Good night, everybody.
Catch y'all later.